everybody, it's a girl with me. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video, guys. I feel like it's a really long time since I said that. Should I say hello everybody, it's a girl with me. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another hot girl video. Listen, I've been changing up my intro a lot because I just go with the vibe. But it's been a pretty good while since I've sat here, in front of a camera to speak to you guys. So, as the title says, you already know what kind of video this is today. Today I'm going to be giving you all a little rundown on what was up with me. For those who care. Also, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button down below. So every single time your Caribbean girl posts a video, you are going to be notified. Let's go. Oh my god, I feel like I haven't said that in so long. So a girl was sick and listen, I got COVID. I know this may be could be okay for some people, but for me this is a really big deal because I'm being honest with y'all. I never thought that I would have gotten COVID. I mean, I'm not invincible, but sometimes you think that you just wouldn't get it. You are being careful, you are doing everything. Even when I was on quarantine back in February, when I told you all about my story, I didn't get back any results. But as I said in the video, in my brain, it was negative because I really didn't have much symptoms. I don't know, I just probably had a sore throat and something. So I do not know if I was asymptomatic then. I don't know if you could be asymptomatic then and not now. Girl, I don't know how the whole thing works. I'm going to do this video for y'all and let y'all know what I experienced about COVID and why you should be really careful. And this is just my story, okay? I am not 1000% better, y'all. While I speak, I still, I don't know. I'm just not back to myself 100%. I can definitely feel it every single day. I am still coughing. Like right now I want to cough, but I'm trying to hold it in. Y'all know, I thought that, COVID ain't gonna get me, girl. I went all Mexico with no mask. I'm not going to be wild with it, but, you have faith and believe that, girl. But I'm here to tell you all that virus is real. Sometimes you get a warning, something to your throat may scratch a little bit, or you feel a little like if you're getting sick or something. I had none of those signs. So I worked that entire shift, y'all, and when I was finished, I stayed back and chatted with my friend a little bit, and I was good, y'all. I was good, I was great. I was 100, y'all. I was ready, okay? I had just braided my hair. My hair was a week old or something. I didn't get any pictures, anything like that, and girl, 5 minutes into the drive on my way home from work, I started to feel like my throat was scratching. So a little thing, I was like, how am I feeling so boy? So I didn't take it on, y'all. I really thought my resistance was low. I'm tired because I really did work back to back. 10 minutes into the drive now, because I was looking at the time, I started to feel worse. I started to feel shivering and cold. So I was like, what is this? Why am I feeling so far? 15 minutes into the drive now, I started to feel worse. So then I took an Advil. It felt like if, usually Advil works for me, y'all. I felt like it just, when you drop something in the water and it's lost, it felt like that. I took the Advil and it's like the body pain, the fever started to come stronger. So I was like, okay, hell no, that isn't working for me. And even up to that point, y'all, I did not think it was COVID. I'm being quite honest with y'all. I just think, okay, Whitney, you're probably getting sick, you probably have some, I don't know, y'all. I was not thinking it's COVID, okay? So it's I kid you all not, by 20 minutes into the drive, I was literally weak. My body started to break down. I was feeling so cold, y'all. I was literally shivering and quivering. I was like, what the hell is this? When I reached home, immediately I started to feel really cold, fever through the roof. I was like, what is this? Up to this point, y'all, I still wasn't thinking it's COVID, okay? So then my brother was like, well, that's in there with me. You had the COVID. I was like, boy, you mad? I don't want no COVID. And y'all, that same night, that was it. I was so weak, y'all. My body was weak. My fever was through the roof. I had a lot of body pains, a lot of joint pains. I had a banging headache. It was crazy, and all this happened within that period of time that I'm telling you, within 20 to 25 minutes. I was literally so weak, y'all. I could not move. I was lying on the bed. I was just groaning and groaning and groaning and groaning. COVID is so painful, y'all. It's really it's painful. Like, it's just body pains. I had no loss of taste though. I didn't recognize if I had it, but I don't think I had loss of taste. It took me 24 hours to get to the hospital because I'm not someone who likes to rush to hospital, y'all. I really like to see how my body is working first before I go to a medical doctor. That's just how I am. But I knew I had to go to the hospital because it was really, really crazy. I know how I was feeling, so I knew that no medications that I took home, nothing would have worked for me. I know how I was feeling. I was feeling so, like, I was just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, girl. Like, it was crazy. And the next morning, my dad was like, Whitney, you should not wait. Because I love to preach. I love to be like, if someone is telling me they're feeling sick, I'd be like, go to the hospital. Don't wait. But when it comes knocking on my door, I waited. But I knew I could not have waited any longer because COVID is something that you cannot play with, and you do not know what can happen to you, because I've read stories where it knocked out perfectly healthy people. Okay, let me get something to eat and drink while I am talking. Y'all have been snacking a lot, like a lot. And I've been drinking water. I'm trying to drink a lot of water, but okay. Yes, y'all. So, do y'all eat this? Tokoloco. I love me some tokoloco. I love the chocolate, cookie, coconut, girl, I love all. So while I'm talking, we should be eating some tokoloco. The Tuesday morning, I still did not go to the hospital the morning, y'all. And going private was not even in my brain, because the way I was feeling, I knew that private, they can't help me. I needed to go to the hospital, because you do know sometimes when you do spend a lot of money at private areas and whatever, and something goes bad with you, they post you to the hospital, because these private people do not have a lot of the equipment and things to help you, right? I reached at the hospital Tuesday night, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, because girl, it was so bad for me. I was so weak, y'all. I cannot even describe the feeling. Like, I can't find the words to describe the feeling. It was just horrible. I can see why, COVID took so many person's life. May God bless them, because it's really not an easy thing. The doctor, she was so nice. She immediately put me on drips. Okay, so drips is IV all is what they insert the medication to run through your veins to help you to feel better. Like drips, I'm gonna insert a picture there, because I did all the week I did try to get a little content for you guys in case I wanted to do a video like this, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a video like this, but girl, why not? Someone may want to hear it, and they did 2 swabbing, the antigen and the PCR, which was also painful, because girl, picture you are weak, you are ill, and then you have to do 1 COVID test on this side of your nose and then this side, and then they put in the IV. And when they put in the IV, they put it in wrong, or I don't know, something, because it was paining and my hand started to swell immediately, so we had to move it to put it on this hand, in this veins here, which is still painful up to today. I do not know why. Here still hurts, and here still hurts, and the injection still hurts. So they hooked me up on IV, which I think, in my opinion, really helped me a lot, because it did send down my fever, but it did not send down my headache and my body pains, girl. It was crazy. I was literally like this on the people chair, under the tent, because you all know we have tents, right? I was like, I can't even explain to you. I swear I was in labor or something. I mean, I looked at stories where people talk about COVID, And I was like, okay, but girl, they ain't lying. They ain't lying. After 3 hours, because I was hoping that they do not ward me, that's one of the reasons why I was kind of delaying to go, because that warding girl, um, after 3 hours of medication being into my system, like the doctor checked up on me. She was like, how you feeling? And I was like, I think just the fever went down. And the fever did go down. Oh, before we get to all of this, when she did the swabbing, I was positive, yo. But sister, brother, I had two full proper lines when she showed me it. I was like, damn. The headache was. She asked me out of 10 how it was, and I said 8. I didn't want to say 10 because I did not want them to warn me. But girl, it was 10 out of 10. It was 11 out of, I don't know, 11 out of 10. It was surpassed that number. She's like, okay, I'll give you some more injection. I'll give you injection now of gravel and something. And that really did help me, because with that gravel, but girl, to me helped for a couple hours, okay? With that, I was able to get strength to walk to the car for my driver to pick me up, and my brother to pick me up. Yo, that's the thing about COVID. The saddest thing about COVID to me is that when you are ill, no one can be around you, or no one can see you, no one can walk in the facility with you. They could walk in the facility with you, but they cannot be there with you to support you. They can only support you over the phone, and that's the hardest thing I noticed with being ill in this whole entire COVID situation time. A lot of members probably lost their family because, and they wasn't even able to see them because my brother couldn't have gone with me, and also your family is the one have to carry you, so they have to be also so careful, because who's gonna come for you to take you to carry you to the hospital and back. Think about it, y'all. That's very, that was kind of sad for me, because who else is gonna do it? Who else is gonna do it? You have to do it. So, I came home the night and I was like, okay, well, I'm good. Y'all, I throw on my robe because I was feeling better. I was was like, oh, that going. Eh? Say what? Miss Lady, by 2 a.m., I reached home like probably 11 or 12 or something. By 2 a.m., I was roasting fever, shivering. The place was cold. The blankets were not thick enough for me. I did not have strength to even go and get clothes. I had on a robe, so all my legs were outside. Girl, that body pain lasted the entire week. I was so weak, yo. Like, the headaches was like crazy. The only thing really did help my headache was Panadol extra strength. Panadol extra strength. Y'all heard me. The only thing helped my headache and my body pain was that Panadol extra strength, y'all. I felt like that tablet immediately split up my headache in pieces, and then I started to sweat, like really, really sweat. I sweat for like 3 days straight once I took the Panadol extra strength. But once the nighttime was back, everything was, the hours from 2 a.m. to when the sun comes up, like let's say around 2 a.m. to like 6, it's cold, yo, like cold. Like you're in a room and it's hot, the room is hot, and you are literally cold. It feels like if you are in some snowstorm or something. Like the feeling is indescribable. Let me give you all this joke. I literally wanted to shave my head off. Like I wanted to take a blade and shave it, like those machine, and shave off my head. But then I was like, people will think you're crazy with me. And imagine you are having so much pain, body pain, face pain, ears pain, girl, the just pain, and you cannot sleep. And girl, I had to chop off my braids. I couldn't, like, imagine that heavy thing on your neck. Oh, girl. I literally got up one day, well, probably not got up because you can't sleep when you are sick, and I just took the scissors. I'm going to also insert that clip for you because I did not do much on my phone, but I still tried my best to record little things for you all. I'm going to insert that. Girl, I chopped off everything. Money down the drain. Whoop! Crazy. With all of that, each day, I find it in me thought that I was feeling better, and that's exactly what was happening, because I was like, Whitney, COVID is only for the stroke. COVID is not for the weak. You are not weak. You are not weak. This is the, you need to fight this. And I had to mentally, I had to mentally strengthen myself. I had to do this, mentally, y'all, just to get over this this virus. And little by little, I did feel, stronger. It took me a while, y'all. I could not even hold the puppy, like, and that's another thing. I could not even touch my animals, y'all. I couldn't touch Patrice and the dog. But having COVID can be very expensive as well, because Lysol was finishing in like 24 hours. So then I moved to having like a spray bottle with bleach and water. So everything I touched, I was literally spraying. Like if I touched the lights or I touched the, I did not experience shortness of breath, though I did experience, and I still do experience a lot of, I don't know, tiredness. Like you cannot do much. You walk from here to here, you are out of breath. I know some people said that's a shortness of breath, but I was able to breathe a little comfortable. So that was my COVID story there, and that's it. So thank God that I'm here and I'm alive, because COVID, from what I read and heard, that virus can literally knock you down. I got that from work. I did not get it from Tobago, y'all, because Tobago was like a month away and I did not go anywhere. So I know that I got it from work. And then there were a couple people at work who were ill, so I know I got it there. And we deal with a lot of ill patients, because as you all know, I do work in a health facility. So girl, I ain't got 2 years and I ain't got COVID. I got COVID now. Like, what? Crazy. So y'all are gonna see a girl back once I am good to do a lot of these videos. It's just that I still have chesty happenings there, and I'm not a bush medicine girl, so that's why it's taking a little longer. But ginger tea did help, though, I must say, y'all. Ginger tea, that helps me. Any virus or fever or cold you have, you need to drink ginger tea. Ginger tea is the thing. It's the thing. So girl, that was my COVID story. If you got COVID already, comment down below and let me know. If you know anyone that got COVID, you could probably comment. But girl, and I am vaccinated, by the way, so thank God I'm vaccinated, because the vaccine probably did play its part and help me. And yeah, so I will definitely see you guys in my other video, girl.